Has this ever happened to you? You're at a family party, eating a samosa, minding your own business, when suddenly someone drags you to the dance floor. And this is your worst nightmare because you don't know how to dance. Well, have no fear because Manpreet is here. Today's episode is How to Dance at a Party, Bhangra style. Today's episode is for those of you who want to learn how to dance Bhangra at a party. I promise you, by the end of this episode, you're going to be the first one on the dance floor. You won't have anybody dragging you there. Those of you who already know how to do Bhangra, send this video to somebody who you think is shy, or somebody you always have to pull on the dance floor, or simply because you think your friend might want to learn Bhangra. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing we have to figure out is, how do we get onto the dance floor? We want to make sure that when we walk up, we're not just walking up there, standing there, and then all of a sudden we start dancing. You gotta come in with a head nod, a little bounce, and then you can start doing your thing, start moving around. Just ease into it. So now you're on the dance floor and you're probably wondering, what do I do? Let's start with move number 1, bounce. Step 1. The first thing you want to do is you want to fix your posture and the way you're standing. So you don't want to stand too spread out and you don't want to be too close. So you want to make sure your feet are just about shoulder width. Step 2, you're going to bounce. So your knees are going to be bending downward. You don't want to bend too much and you don't want to bend too little. You can't tell, right? Bend, 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 bend. You're kind of doing it like a squat. So I'm going to show you from the side. Bend, 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 bend. Now when you're doing it with the song, you want to make sure you count to your bend. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step number 3, hands. Everyone knows how to do a fist pump. It's super easy. It's a good first move. Make a fist, put it in the air. Now every time I bounce, my hands come down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you don't want to do this or to the side. You might hit someone because you know what I'm saying. Indian parties, people start fighting really fast. So you want to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can switch your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's learn something a little bit more Bhangra-ish. So what you're going to do is you're going to pretend like you are pushing against the wall. Palms out this way, palms out that way. You're going to point your thumb out as well. So you're making L's on both sides. Now when you bounce, you bring your hands in. Now when you bring your hands in, you don't drop your elbows. So you're not, everywhere now. So you want to make sure it's very controlled. You bring your hands in, my elbows are still up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's add that with the bounce. So every time I bounce, my hands come in. It's kind of like gravity's pulling you down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if you want, you don't have to be so stiff. You can, turn your body from side to side. And you can do your hands here, you can do your hands here. So let's try it here and try to move our body side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got the bounce. Let's try it with music. Just a little side note, I know that while we're learning the moves, we're counting, but when you're on that dance floor, you do not want to start, doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Just count in your head. Now that you've learned the bounce, you're getting the groove of it, you're getting comfortable, and then you feel like, okay, I could do this. And you want to try something new. So this is where move number 2 comes in. Step 1. The first thing you want to do is you just want to jump up and down. So you're going to jump up, okay, and you're going to land on not your entire foot, but the front of your toes. So it's going to look something like this. Fun, right? From here, you're going to jump, and when you jump up, your right leg is going to go up. You're going to jump, and when I jump again, I land on my left foot with my right leg up. Do you guys see how I did that? So jump, jump. One more time. Jump, jump. Now from here, you're going to jump again together. So together, jump. So I just repeated that twice. Jump, 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 jump. So every time your feet are together, you're going to say a number, and every time you bring your leg up, you're going to say and. So we don't count that as a number. So 1 and 2 and. So let's just start off with our right side. One more time. 1 and 2 and. Now you're going to switch to the other side. So just remember that every time you say an and, your knee goes up. 3 and 4 and. Now from here, I'm going to start all over again. So I'm going to switch to the other side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now you're basically doing Bhangra. Easy. So we're not done with all the steps, but I do want you guys to try this with music. So let's do that first before we start learning the hands. Ready? Let's learn our hands. We're just going to do some basic Bhangra hand movements, just like move number 1. Palms out, thumb out. And now every time I lift my knee up, my knee is up, my hands are up. When your hands are down, your leg goes down. So it just keeps going together. What I want to do is I just want to start off by doing 4 counts of the feet, and then we're going to just throw our hands in there, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you guys ready to try with music? Now, you know, the dance floor is getting a little crowded. You got your auntie over here. You got drunk uncles over there, you know, with the finger in the air. You got some kids over here that you don't even want to mess with. They know every move. Now you want to try something a little bit more complicated. So now we're going to move on to move 3. Dhamal. There's a masculine way and there's a feminine way to do this. First, I'm going to do it the feminine way. So the way you're going to do this is you're going to start off by skipping. So this is step 1. You're just skipping. So you're going to skip up, 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 up. Now you're counting every time you skip. So every time your knee goes up, you say a numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to learn it the masculine way. So you're basically skipping, but your legs are a little bit diagonal. So they're going to be going out, 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 out. Now keep in mind, we're still skipping, so don't lose the skip there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does not matter if you do it the masculine way or the feminine way. I personally like to do it the masculine way. And some guys like to do it the feminine way, and that's perfectly fine. I will not judge you. Let's try that with music. Let's add our hands. There are different things you can do, so I'm just going to teach you 2 ways that I personally like. We're going to start off by just snapping our fingers. If you can't snap your fingers, you can't make the noise, just pretend. If you're starting with your left leg, you're going to snap your right hand up. And if you're starting with your right leg, you're going to snap your left hand up. Always opposite. You're not going to be doing it like, you know, the same side. It's going to look a little dorky. When my right hand goes up, my left hand snaps here. So we're doing kind of scissor action from here. So you start here. 1, that's a snap. You kind of do a scissor action. 2, 3, 4. If you notice, I kind of bring it in and I go out like this. It's up to you. It does not matter. You can just kind of do it here. So now the way our legs are going to work with this is every time we skip, every time we snap, we do it together. So this is 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, you can actually do any kind of hand movement with this footwork. So you can actually like start clapping. You can snap forward. You can grab, let go, grab, let go. You can just like turn some light bulbs over here. Whatever you want to do. Just have fun with it. Now let's try with music. All of a sudden, the DJ announces, food is being served. You get in line, you grab your food, you sit down, and then right when you're about to take your first bite, they play your favorite song. Move number 4, Jummer. So I like to say tap, jump, just to help you out. You're going to be tapping, and then you're going to jump onto that foot, and your other foot is going to go up. So let's break it down. Tap with your left foot. So this is a tap. Again, you don't want to put your whole foot down. You just want to put the front of your toes down. So tap, Now, your jump is a little bit complicated. You're going to jump onto the same foot you tapped with, and your other foot is going to go up. Jump. Now from here, you're going to tap again. So tap, jump onto that foot, and your other foot goes up. Jump. Tap, jump. Tap, jump, tap, jump. So the way you want to count is every time you tap, you say a number, and every time you jump is an and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now with our hands, you can do basically everything you did in the previous moves, or we can learn something a little bit more fancy. I think let's learn something a little bit more fancy. Let's do the sewing move. Because every time you tap, so you say a number, you're going to sew. So you're going to do the okay signs. It's going to look like you're kind of holding a needle. So, you're sewing your clothes. You're just going to sew up here. You kind of want to point to the direction you're going to sew in, so it's kind of diagonal. So sew, 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 sew. The way this comes in hand with your feet is every time I tap, I sew. So sew, and sew, and sew, and sew. Now if you notice, every time I say and, my hand comes in and it gets ready to sew. And 1, and 2. Once again, you're going to be doing the opposite, so footwork and hand. So if I'm starting off with my left leg, my right hand is going to be sewing. If I put my right hand up, my other hand's just chilling, right? So either I can keep it down, or I can put it on my hips, or I can hold my salvad, or whatever you want to do. Sew, and sew, and sew, and sew. To add a little bit of personality, you can look at your hands, you can look at your foot. Hands, foot, hands, foot. Now let's try it with music. The party is getting even more crazy and wild. Everyone starts mingling with each other on the dance floor. We make a big circle, and then all of a sudden, they push you into the circle. What do you do? Step 1 is you're going to jump onto your right foot and you're going to kick with your left foot. So you're going to kick. The way you want to kick is you want to bring your left leg back, kind of like you're going to kick a ball. It's the same concept. So bring your left leg back and then you're going to kick from there. Kick, and so did you guys notice I just hopped, you know what I'm saying? So now that you've kicked, from here you're going to jump again. So this is your and. This jump is an and your leg is going to come back at the same time. So and, kick, and. So I just switched. So let's go back to our left foot. So kick, and, kick, and. Kick, and, kick. So that's every time I kick, I'm saying a number. So 1 and 2. So from 2, I need to go to my other side to do 3 and 4. So I'm going to switch into an and. So this is and, 3 and 4. And 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. It does not matter if you kick diagonal or if you kick straight. Diagonal, again, is a little bit more masculine. Straight is a little bit more girly. Kick, and kick, and kick, and kick. The feminine version of this kick is just kicking forward. Kick, and kick, and kick, and kick. So if you notice, I'm not kicking diagonal, I'm just kicking straight at you. Now that we have mastered our feet, let's try to put our hands in them. Before I teach you your arms, I'm going to teach you what your hands are going to be doing. The way you want to close is you want to keep all your fingers together, so your thumbs out, and you just want to bend your hands. You just want to bend your fingers in. You're open, you bend your fingers in. So what a lot of people tend to do is they try to do this, and this is not very appealing. You want to make sure you're just open, close, open, close. The way our arms are going to work is you're going to start down, straight down. You're going to open your hands when you bring it out and close. Open, close. So now this depends on where I'm kicking. So if I'm kicking diagonally, the more masculine way, I'm going to be opening my hands the way I'm kicking. But if I'm kicking the feminine way, I'm just doing everything right in front of me. You're going to open and close twice on the bottom and twice on the top. Let's do the first 2 counts on the bottom first. So 1, 2. Now from 2, we're actually going to bring it up. So you're going to go here and you're going to do 3, 4. This one is a little bit difficult because people tend to do this a lot, or they just tend to throw their arms. So the way you want to do this is you want to go up. So your elbows, my elbows are bent. I just open them. Open. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So the bottom, when you're doing this move, it's like throwing some seeds, okay? And when you do it to the top, it's like pushing. So throw them seeds, push them away, throw them seeds, and push. Now when you do it with your feet, you're going to kick, kick, and kick, kick. Your and is very important. The transitions are always very important. So you want to make sure kick, and kick, and kick, and kick. Now just like this side, if I'm doing it the masculine way, I'm going diagonal, and if I'm doing it the feminine way, I'm doing it forward. Now let's try it a couple of times with just our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Forward. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now the DJ says last song. You know what that means. 10 more songs. Bade ho ja soniye. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel because we will be coming out with videos every Monday. I want to give a shout out to Punjabi Trousseau who provided us with these beautiful earrings and these beautiful bangles. And make sure to add me on Instagram and Snapchat because we will be doing a lot of fun games and contests.